AutoLine Daily is brought to you by Borg-Warner, feel good about driving. Bridgestone, your journey, our passion. And by Dow Automotive Systems, improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of AutoLine Daily. I'm Drew Winter from wardsauto.com, filling in for John while he's out driving the new Chevy Silverado. So with that out of the way, let's get to today's top stories. GM released more info about the new 4.3-liter V6 in the 2014 GMC Sierra. It cranks out 285 horsepower and 305 pound-feet of torque, which the company claims is the best-in-class torque for any standard V6 in the segment. The engine can also tow up to 7,200 pounds. The 4.3-liter V6, which is coupled with a 6-speed automatic transmission, also includes direct injection, cylinder deactivation, and continuously variable valve timing. Last month, we reported that Mazda, Nissan, Honda, and Toyota recalled millions of vehicles over faulty airbags made by supplier Takata. And now, another automaker is joining that list. The Detroit News reports BMW is recalling over 40,000 3 Series models from 2002 and 2003 due to the faulty airbags. And speaking of suppliers, organizations that represent auto suppliers in the US, Europe, and Japan have formed a new international alliance. According to my company, Wards Auto, the new group, called the Supplier Alliance, will help suppliers comply with environmental regulations more efficiently, as well as lobby and negotiate with regulators and OEMs. The group isn't looking to standardize environmental regulations in those regions, but it is looking to streamline business for global auto suppliers. It looks like 2013 continues to be a good year for Tesla. In addition to winning some big magazine awards, it seems the Model S is helping the company's bottom line in a different way. The LA Times reports that thanks to the state of California's zero-emission vehicle credits, which the company can turn into cash, Tesla can make as much as an extra $35,000 per car, which could equal an additional $250 million in the company's bank account by the end of the year. The reason? Tesla can sell those credits to other automakers who need help to meet the California Air Resources Board's emission guidelines. In fact, that's one of the reasons that experts predict that Tesla will report its first ever profit this week. Meanwhile, the electric story is a little different in Michigan. Here, LG Chem looks like it's finally ready to hit the switch and start producing batteries for the Chevy Volt. The Detroit News tells us that the Western Michigan plant, which, thanks to a $150 million grant, was already supposed to be producing 60,000 lithium-ion cells by the end of this year, and it's finally gearing up for commercial production. Right now, there are 3 lines in operation with a couple hundred employees that will make cells for the Michigan-produced Volt exclusively until the company is able to secure more EV business. Staying here in Michigan, Mercedes-Benz gave us our first up-close look at the new Sprinter yesterday at its Ann Arbor R&D Center. This third-generation van, introduced to the U.S. back in 2001, has a new, more dynamic exterior with, among other things, a new grille and a higher hood to give the vehicle more presence on the road. While on the inside, there are new seats, a redesigned steering wheel and shifter, along with a new information control center.
For our customers, probably the biggest change is the new powertrain. We will continue to offer our standard existing 6-cylinder V6 diesel powertrain. However, the new standard powertrain is actually an inline 4-cylinder diesel with 161 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque, standard 7-speed G-tronic transmission. So at the expense of a little bit of horsepower and a little bit of torque, you'll add quite a bit in fuel efficiency to the new van.
In addition to the 20% improvement in fuel economy, Mercedes also upgraded the safety systems in the new van and did the same thing to its service plan. The 2014 Sprinter will be available starting in September at select Mercedes and Freightliner dealers across the country. Last week I told you about the upcoming Wards Auto Interiors Conference later this month. Coming up next, I'll go through some of the vehicles that made the cut for this year's award.
Proven on the track and on roads around the world, Borg-Warner turbochargers improve fuel economy and reduce emissions without sacrificing performance. Borg-Warner, official turbocharger supplier to the Izod Indy Car Series.
The Ward's Auto team recently released our Ward's 10 Best Interiors list, and the vehicles we picked this year might surprise you. Detroit brands are well represented on the list with the Cadillac XTS, Chevy Spark, and Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn pickup. But Asian automakers really wowed us this year with some stunning interiors in cars like the Toyota Avalon, Lexus GS 450h, and Nissan Pathfinder. The lack of European nameplates in our top 10 was a bit shocking to some, but the fact is interiors were just not the strong point of some of the otherwise excellent European cars and trucks we tested this year. That situation probably will change next year. The full list of winners in our extensive Ward's 10 Best Interiors coverage is online at wardsauto.com, so be sure to check it out. And if you're interested in actually getting inside the 10 winners and deciding for yourself whether they are worthy of 10 Best status, attend the Ward's Auto Interiors Conference on May 22nd at the Henry Hotel in Dearborn. All the winning vehicles will be there, and we're going to do a live video walkthrough of each vehicle explaining exactly why each interior made it on the list. You can get all the details on the conference and registration at autointeriors.com. And that brings us to the end of today's show. I'm Drew Winter from wardsauto.com. Thanks for watching, and I will see you here tomorrow.